All right, so Final Destination Bloodlines. It's one of those things you got to question. It's like, what do you get when you take a franchise that's been going since what, 1999, 2000, and actually try to take all of those movies previously and try to make them make sense with some kind of story? Well, you get this movie, actually. And honestly, I think it might be the best of the Final Destination movies. And I always had a soft spot for two, right? Like two, because it had my boy TC Carson in it. That's probably one of the bigger reasons. Also, the big like car accident in two was probably still the most famous scene in the series. So, that's probably what it was. But in all honesty, Final Destination Bloodlines is actually really good. I do have like one weird thing about the movie, maybe a few, but honestly, I thought the cast was okay. It's a lot funnier than some of the other Final Destination movies. The gore is as nasty as the originals. It doesn't pull any punches like the originals. Um, I will say for a spoiler, I don't think I've ever seen a child like actually die in any of these movies. And that actually does happen here. You actually see a kid get killed in this movie, and it's like, oh shit, they didn't pull any punches with this. And it's not a celebratory thing, but I'm saying, like, I'm glad that they kept the violent, gory aspect of the film going forward after all these years. One of the things about the franchise is that the people involved is a good chance they're going to die. But this one felt different. There was like some actual thing that comes full circle with this movie that makes all the other movies actually make more sense. I know it sounds crazy, but it actually is true. Like it makes everything make sense. And I know some people said there were callbacks to the other movies. I know there's a specific callback to two at least twice in the movie, and I laugh every time. But I actually thought it was well put together. I will say the pacing was a little bit off. Like everything just kind of moved really fast, but I think that might be the thing that kind of makes it work. If the movie was a lot slower, you'd be bored as hell. But since it's going a lot faster, it kind of keeps you invested in what's going on. But something about it where it's like it opens up with the scene, and it's clearly the 60s. You can tell it's the 60s right off the bat. And one big event takes place where you're like, oh my God, this is crazy. But you find out that there was a premonition and it actually gets stopped. And the thing about that is that that causes cataclysmic problems because someone stopped a big event from happening that affects the timeline going forward, which means that the people who didn't die in that big event in the 60s went on to make families. And those people shouldn't even be alive because the event that would have caused the problem got stopped. That's wild. Number two, Tony Todd's appearance, rest in peace, by the way, last appearance, I'm not gonna lie, I saw the movie and I almost teared up because you could tell watching the movie he didn't have a lot of time left. You could just tell watching the movie. And I will say shout out to Warner Brothers for actually allowing him to have some input on his last lines of the movie because it's so fitting. And it's almost like a goodbye to his fans. And I was like, I'm a tear up, bro. I'm a tear up heavy. But rest in peace to Tony Todd, man. His scene when he shows up, it's actually important. It actually has some prevalence. So, like, it's a cameo because I think he played Dr. JB in the first one, I believe. I don't think he shows up in the others. I know he's in the first one at least. And there's some importance to that. That's what I'm saying. Like, this movie made all the other ones make sense in timeline form. It's crazy, but I'm telling you guys, if you like the Final Destination movies, you should go see this movie. Like, I don't think it's a waste of money, but I do think it weirdly ties a bow around everything. Now, does that mean it'll get another one? I mean, I think the movie's opening up to like 105 million this weekend. That's a crazy opening. And I think the movie cost about 150, 160 to make, and noticeably so. I mean, the CGI is not the best. I mean, I could say that for a fact. The CGI is not the best. And Going into it, I was like, yeah, that looks disgusting. But the gore stuff is still great. I'm actually interested if some of that stuff is practical. Some of it's got to be. But all in all, I would say it's interesting to see how they can still come up with these crazy ass ways to kill people on screen. I thought it was crazy even back when I was a kid when the first few were out. But now it's like I'm like it's still ridiculous and crazy, but I like the death. Like I just like seeing the death. And the characters actually have some depth to them. Like that's kind of crazy, right? The characters have depth to them. I'll never look at a penny the same. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just never gonna look at a penny the same. Um, the family drama is crazy. Like I don't remember the family drama too much from the others, but the family drama in this was like on a different level. I was like, man, am I supposed to actually care about these people? Because they're supposed to die, right? Like, you see what I'm saying? So, and there's rules. I don't. I need to go back and watch the old ones now because I'm like, were there rules established in these original ones that I just forgot about? If I did, please let me know in the comments. If you saw this one, let me know how you feel about it in the comments. But like, am I missing the fact that those rules were always there, or did this movie come up with rules that make the other ones make sense as well? Either way, it doesn't matter. I think the movie is solid. It's a fun time, actually. I was in the theater like, yo, I actually am like having a good time watching this. I thought it was just a cash grab, which makes sense because most movies nowadays are sequels or prequels or whatever the fuck. But this one was actually like, it felt necessary. Like, it felt necessary to the story. So honestly, I'd say Final Destination Bloodlines is worth your time. I mean, there's not too much really more to say about the film, but I will say that the lead woman. Oh wait, I forgot. The premonition concept. I'm pretty sure was always there, but this one felt weirder. This one felt like it's like a generational thing. Like if you're related to somebody who can do it, you can also do it, but also in its own way, where like you kind of dream what the other person was supposed to go through. That part was weird to me. That part I was like, I don't know I don't I don't know, man. And also they're very aware of death's presence in this movie. Like they're like, oh, all these little neat tricks death does to kill you, and we can see when it's happening and this, that, and third. I'm like, clever, but why? Like in the original ones, I'm pretty sure they stuff just happened to them. Like for the most part. Like it makes every time the wind blew after I saw that movie, I was like, oh my God, what's about to happen? Like that's how crazy this joint had me afterwards. But it's a good time. I definitely recommend you guys go see it. Warner Brothers is kicking the box office's ass right now with Minecraft, Sinners, and now Final Destination. Yo, Warner Brothers is doing it. They doing the damn thing, man. But yeah, uh, go see Final Destination if you like this kind of movie. If you don't like this kind of movie, I dig it, but it's pretty damn awesome. So anyway, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you made it this far, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more.